Hey guys, how we doing today? So for today's video, I just want to talk a little bit about karma and putting good things out into the world. The other day I was just reading a news story that really caught my attention. It was something I found to be just a really shocking story, particularly concerning where it came out of. I was reading the Japan Times, and there was this story of a man in Japan. I think he was in his 50s, and basically what happened is he contracted the coronavirus, and for some reason he got it in his head that it would be a good idea to go out and try to infect other people. He was just a really angry, spiteful guy, one of those people who just wake up in the morning and they're mad at the world and they just want to put it on everybody else. So this guy, he goes out and starts making all these threats that he's going to go out and he's going to infect other people with the virus, and he goes out to this bar to make good on his threats, and the police found him and they arrested him. But then what happened is, all this bad energy, all this bad karma that he was putting out into the world, it came back to him really quickly. After that, this guy, he got really sick. He was hospitalized, and he ended up dying from the virus. And it's just a really, really sad story. It's tragic, actually. Here's this man, he gets infected with this horrible disease that the world is facing, and his mind isn't thinking, well, I got to get it through this, I want to live my life. But his first mind is he wants to pass it to others, he wants to give it to others. And I just think this is just a really horrible story, and it made me really sad, particularly because it came out of Japan, and I've lived in Japan for many years, and it's a country and a people that I really love. So I just thought this was really shocking. And I guess the thing that I want to talk about today is the choices that we make in life, the actions that we take, the things that we put out, it comes back to us. If you are doing good things for others, if you're putting good things back out into the world, it might not be in that moment, it might not be immediate, but at some time, I really firmly believe that good energy, those good feelings, those good deeds, they're going to come back to you in some way or another. And just the same way, like this guy in the story, if you are putting evil out into the world, if you're putting bad deeds out into the world, if you are doing negative things, then the exact same thing is going to happen to you. These bad things, these bad deeds, they are going to come and find you. So we really need to live each day of our lives doing good, being somebody for other people, trying to help others, trying to help the world move forward in some kind of way. That's really, how I live my life is I always take the time. Even if it's something that's, outside of my job description, outside of the scope of, my duty or, my particular role in something, I always try to take the extra time to help somebody else. If I can do anything to, advance the situation of another person, to be able to help them to succeed more in any way that I can, it's something that I always do. And one, it's because I enjoy seeing other people be successful. I enjoy seeing other people be happy, seeing other people bettering their lives. And also, selfishly, it makes me feel good. It makes me feel good when I know that I have done something to help the world, when I know that I have done something to, help somebody that I care about. Even if in some small way I've made their life better. And, what I found through my experience on this world is, these good things that I put out into the world, they generally don't find their way back to immediately. But perhaps I've been blessed, but what I found is that these things usually find their way back to you at just a very opportune time. And I just wanted to share just two really quick stories about this. So I think it was last summer, I was working with a student intern. It was a Chinese student intern through US University, and I was working with her all summer and serving as her mentor, and I was helping her with her training, and she did a great job. Very nice young lady. And a few months after her internship, she reached out to me and she wanted to apply to graduate school and wanted to know if I would help. And I was, yeah, absolutely, I would love to, because again, I want to see other people succeed. So she was very ambitious, and she had this big list of graduate schools that she wanted to apply to in the U.S. And I think it was maybe 7 or 8 schools. And so I helped her out with all these applications. Wrote her letters of recommendation. Went through all of the online application portals, and just really helped her out in any way that I could. I spent some time talking with her, through Skype and other chat things, and just try to give her some mentorship and some guidance for her career, so that she could be happy and successful and make the right choices. And so I helped her out with all that, got those applications off. I didn't really hear anything for quite a while, and this situation a few months later, it's hit the world, and it's been tough. I mean, it's really thrown my life through a loop, and we can probably get into that in some other videos. But yeah, the situation the last couple of months has been really hard on me, and it's just has really just caused this unusual period in my life. But the other day I wake up and I received an email from this student who I had interned, and she was so excited, and she wrote to me to thank me, and she told me that all the graduate schools that she had applied to, she was accepted by them all. And I was so happy to hear that. She wrote, and she was just being very thankful, praising me for my mentorship, and thanking me that for assisting her to get into her dream school, and she's just really happy about the process. And I was just really happy for her. But as happy as I was for her, that even just receiving that simple email, that simple thanks, just that simple notification that somebody else was advancing, somebody else was happy, somebody else had something good come in their life because of me, it made me feel great. It really made my day, and it just really gave me an extra boost. And that's what karma is. You put good things out into the world, it really comes back to you at a very opportune time. And I just had something very similar happen to me as well. A couple of months ago, about maybe 3 or 4 months ago, had a bit of a tough experience when I was in China. And I had just reached the low point. And one of my ex-teammates who I had mentored for a couple of years, it was kind of a similar situation. Just suddenly, I received an email after I was kind of just riding the low from this experience, and she just wrote to me and just said, "Hey, I just wanted to share some good news. I'm getting married. I have my wedding coming up. You've been a very important person in my life, as a mentor. You've helped, teach me, many things in the field, and also helped me to grow as a person. And it would really be important for me for you to share this, special moment with me and my husband." And I just thought, wow, I could just really feel the, authenticity of her appreciation, and to know that the extra effort that I had put into trying to help her to develop, it was received, and it meant something, and it did something. And I felt good, it felt good to, have that positive energy come back to me at a time of need. So, I just really want to encourage everybody to just understand that, karma, it's really a real thing. The energies that we're putting out into the world, these deeds, they will come back to you. So when you are deciding how you want to handle a situation with maybe somebody who upsets you, or how you want to treat your coworkers, your boss, your family, whoever it may be, just really think about this. These things, it will come back to you. Your choices in life, it really does matter. And to be honest with you, putting a little extra effort for somebody, putting a little bit of extra effort towards a task to just help the world be a little bit of a better place, it's really not that much to ask. It really, really isn't. So that's pretty much all I have on this topic today. But there's also something kind of cool I want to show you guys. I discovered this the other day when I was out taking a walk. You know, Bangkok is considered a city of water, and I just found this really cool little river area at the end of my road that I never really had walked out to see before. So I just want to turn the camera around and show you guys this for a minute. So take a look at this, guys. It's this just little rundown area down by the side of the river. And this actually happens a lot in Bangkok because Bangkok is surrounded by a lot of water. So what they have is a lot of these kind of overpass bridges. And then there's usually these little, you know, dilapidated areas under the bridge. They normally they put a lot of little markets down there that you can find, you know, where they'll be selling, you know, just different kind of foods and different kind of goods. Sometimes you'll see a lot of, you know, different low-cost housing options and just little tiny, you know, communities that you can find under these bridges. And sometimes, you know, you just kind of have these little nice views. I saw some people doing some fishing. I think that's what that guy out there in the pink he's doing. It looks like he's maybe doing some fishing. I saw there's a little pier over there. I saw some guys doing some fishing over there yesterday. Let's see if we can get down here and get a little bit of a better view of this. Yeah, so it's a cool little area, nice little spot down here. Maybe, you know, after work, just grab a beer and just look at the water and, you know, look at the sun come down for a little while. But yeah, I think that's, you know, one of the cool things, you know, about living abroad is there's always something new to discover. There's always something, you know, new to take in and something to look forward to on a daily basis. So I just really love nature. I really love being outdoors and discovering new things. So this is something I'm passionate about. So yeah, I want to take you guys on some of these travels with me. And I'm not sure if we're going to be able to get it done, but the thing that I would really like to do next is I'm going to start mixing in some travel videos to this as well. And tomorrow, if it is open, there's a really beautiful temple in this area that I would really love to take you guys for a visit. So if we can, that's what we're going to be doing tomorrow. So again, guys, if you enjoyed this video, if you found it helpful in any way, like, comment, subscribe. And for today's video, guys, I just really would like you to just comment if you have any karma story. If you have anything that's just been, you know, like one of the stories I shared where you've done something, you know, positive, you put something good out into the world and unexpectedly it has come back to you in a time of need. I'd really love to, you know, hear that story. I think in this kind of time, we all need some positivity. We all need to hear some positive things to just keep our mind right, to work on that mental health that we were talking about in the last video. So that's it for today, guys. Until next time, take it easy.